you look magnificent in your non-black. I love you for wearing non-black, that's lovely. Anybody get in the queue? Anybody? That was a queue, wasn't it? What a queue. Anybody get in it? No, good. Although, you kind of, you see a queue like that, don't you? And it is kind of tempting, isn't it? Just, as a Brit, you kind of go, oh, maybe I could. But in a way, I was thinking a bit dark, but I was thinking, we're all kind of in a queue, aren't we, to end up in a coffin. But that's a bit dark. But then I started to think about the queue. I think what they should have done, really, is they should have brought the coffin out and kind of, they should have shimmered it along the queue, really, shouldn't they? And that would have saved a lot of been a lot easier. And then I kept looking at this, I was quite fascinated, and I realised that half of them maybe are queuing to see this coffin, but I reckon the other half were queuing for sourdough at some, artisan sourdough shop that had just opened up on the King's Road. So that was, and they just got in the wrong queue, they were just, but people always queue for sourdough, don't they? Anyway, well they do here in hipster St Leonard's. Now, I know we've had the funeral, and that's a relief. And you have been amazing with your captions to get some more paper. And I'll read a few out, and there'll be a couple of intervals, and we'll have some more captions, so keep them coming. And I know we're all funeraled out, but I do the show at the Town, and this was last week when I did it. And I had come across a number of images on the interwebs that had made me chuckle. And so I shared them with the audience at the Town. Slightly nervously, because obviously the Eastbourne audience is a slightly different crowd. But they really enjoyed it. I thought I was going to be, sort of pursued out of the building for being an anti-royalist. But or perhaps presenting a slightly different view. Anyway, I'm going to share them with you because I think that we're all on the same page in St Leonard's. And you might have seen them because obviously it's now Wednesday, but these are just some images that I came across on Twitter and the web that you might have seen, but some of them, if you haven't, I think they're fantastic. So I'm going to share them with you. The first bunch are kind of, it's sort of like the foreign perspective on what's just happened. And I like this one. This is Hello magazine. And it just made me chuckle because they are saying hello, when really they should be saying adios. And that made me chuckle. But slightly darker than that, the German weekly news magazine, Der Spiegel. And I know we don't get on, or didn't get on with Germany, but I thought that was a little bit extreme. I know they're German, aren't they? They're Saxe-Coburg, so, anyway. And then, of course, there's on Nigerian television, the Queen is dead, the Queen's oldest son, Charles, automatically becomes Queen. So, just excessively woke, isn't it? So, brilliant. Anyway, that is the sort of the foreign perspective. And then, I think coming up next, was sort of, there's a series of inanimate objects that people seem to, well, I'll just show you. See, I mean, there are no words, are there? Just, I give you a phone box in morning, I don't know what to say. And then, so this is, I think, this was a tip somewhere in Didcot, I think, which was quite joyous. And then, of course, a skip that, God bless the Queen. That's marvellous. And you may have seen this one. This one, I think, went onto the Facebook and all that kind of stuff. This was because they started to cancel things, didn't they, and postpone things. That was all a bit ridiculous. Anyway, I love this. This you might want to read it, but as a mark of respect to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, we're suspending the use of this ride whilst the nation is in mourning. Thank you for your understanding. It's just fantastic. I love it. Marvellous. And then, what's this? Oh, did you see this? Fire Door Safety Week. Don't have a fire because in light of the devastating news of the passing of our Queen, she was 96, we'll be postponing Fire Door Safety Week and all associated events with a future date to be decided. There you go, don't go having any fires. But better than that, this next one, and I don't know if you saw this, but this one just, I came across this, and it was one day last week, and I promise you, I didn't stop laughing for most of the day as I kept thinking about it. It was National Guinea Pig Awareness Week. Did you know that? And in recognition of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, they postponed it to next week, which is, I think, was the right thing to do. Because it would have been if it was this week, it would have been wholly disrespectful, wouldn't it? So that's good. And then just a couple more. This is the View chain of cinemas. Okay, so you could have gone there on Monday to see the funeral if you wanted for free. But what I love about it is if you did go, you couldn't have any popcorn. Look at that. You can see it for free, but no other snacks or drinks available for purchase. So and then of course, I'll finish with a couple, just two more. Because they're the things that sort of got to cancel and stuff, and then of course a couple of opportunist ones come along, and they made me smile. So if you wanted, well look at this, you want some, in memory of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, to celebrate the Remember Our Queen, one of the most amazing deals on laser hair removal. So, that's definitely what you would have wanted. And then finally, this made me chuckle. CrossFit UK, they obviously is a sort of a huge sort of training organisation, and they produced a workout that you could do in memoriam. And here's the workout, Queen Elizabeth II. You do some jumping lunges and you do 6 rounds of it. But I love this. Look, 1 minute, rest in silence. We should. I don't know if you've done any workouts, but you do tend to rest in silence. So. That is fantastic. So there we go. I'm glad that made you smile and laugh. So good.